next lecture by Dr. Nitin Chaudhary, that is on career opportunity in seed production for export and import. The biodata of Dr. Nitin Chaudhary is MSc in agronomy from Haryana, and working as a director VNSR Seed Private Limited, and is also working as a technical assistant in Department of Agriculture UP, and at present CEO of Des Lan Agro Private Limited, and many other awards also taken. So not taking much time, I request Dr. Nitin Chaudhary to start your presentation.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Now I'm going to share the screen with you.
Share your.
Wait, sir, wait.
No problem.
Now, is it comfortable to all?
Yeah.
Is my voice hearable to everyone?
Yeah. Very nice.
Okay,
You
okay,
start.
sir. So let's start with me. Actually, my day was tomorrow, but unfortunately today I'm going to represent the presentation. No worries. होता है कभी कभी टेक्निकल इश्यूज आते हैं इस चीजों में, तो उसको ज्यादा नहीं वो करना चाहिए. So what is my company is Deslan Agro Private Limited, and I'm a CEO here, looking all the activities of it and doing all the business on the name of this Deslan Agro Private Limited. Wait. Yeah. So this one, the second slide of me, it contains actually the topic given to me is the career opportunity in seed production for export and import. This is first of all, I'm very thankful to Dr. Sarwan sir, those who gave me the opportunity to represent all of you and all the delegates of Central Agriculture University Imphal. So I'm very thankful to all of them, those who have provided me an opportunity to present on behalf of CAU to the students, to the farmers, and I'm very thankful to everyone. So just before starting my slides, let me introduce about myself. My basic intro is I got my BSc Agriculture from Doon College, Dehradun. Then afterwards I did my MSc Agriculture Agronomy. Then after that I did a short diploma that is called PGDAEM, Postgraduate Diploma in Extension Management, and it is from Manage Hyderabad. So all this is from my qualification side. And after that, I started my career with the seed industry, namely VNR Seeds Private Limited. 3 years I have done work there, and after that I got selected in government on the post of this technical assistant in the Department of Agriculture. So 3 years I also worked there, so 3 plus 3, 6 years, and now from the last year onwards, I am running my own business in seed production. So total experience, you can say 7 to 8 years experience I am having in this agriculture sector. So what is the basic is the presentation have 3 contents. Dr. Sarwan have told me that you have to introduce about this export import content mainly, and I have also given the main focus on export import. What is export import and seed business, where we stand and where we can go in this export import business. So my first content is my company profile, second is my quality seed production, and third one is export import seed business. What is the first one? First one is company profile, that is the introduction to Deslan Agro Private Limited and its services on which we are working. Second one is quality seed production, and what is the quality seed production content? It's mainly the opportunities and challenges what we face in the seed production scenario. And third one is the import-export seed business. Import-export seed business is that what is in which condition we are today, where we stand, and where we can go in future. So my main focus will also be on this topic only, because India is in eyes of many other nations. They are looking forward towards us because we have a very suitable climate for the seed production. We have a cheap labor in our country. We have the vast era of land available here, and we have a unity in diversity in our country that all know. So let's start with the presentation. So this is the first page, that is company profile. You can see the first picture, that is a bottle guard round one. Second one is capsicum, and you can see the seeds also in that. Third picture shows you the chili. That is we are preparing F1 seeds for that. So third picture we can say it is a hot pepper, and the fourth one represent is a watermelon seeds. This is a watermelon fruit from where we extract the seed from there. So these all pictures shows basically my company profile there. Now we come to the second one. Second slide have the general company information, means what is our profile and what we are doing. So second slides have the company name, my company Deshlan Agro Private Limited. Its head office there, full address is given, my contact number is given, email address of the company is given, and the last one is the contact person of information of the person in charge there. And of course, it is my name is given, and my cell number, personal cell number, and my personal email ID is also given there. So if you are having any queries, any questions, you can freely ask to me anytime. I'm available to you all for your queries and all. So this one is the next slide, which shows that a company details. What is the company and what business we are doing. So actually I am the new one. I am just got a startup, and you can say an entrepreneur which have entered into the agriculture sector to start with the business. So the date of establishment of this company was 3rd May 2019, last year. And main areas of activities of business is seed production there. Seed production is what? First, the basic, you have to understand what is seed production. Seed production is mainly of two types. You can say open pollinated seeds, and you can say hybrid seeds production. Open pollinated, that is a simple one and basic one. You can do anywhere. All the climatic conditions are favorable for OP varieties and open pollinated cultivation. But in hybrid seeds production, you have to be very specific. You need a suitable climate. You need a proper infrastructure. You need a proper nursery. You need a proper technique. You need a proper knowledge for that. Then you will be able to do this hybrid seed production. So what are the main crops in which we are dealing? We are dealing with the mainly we are dealing with the Solanaceae and cucurbits crops, and our main services is to export to the different Asian countries, and we are trying for the Europeans also. Europeans have the some higher standards in terms of their disease and all. They want some phytosanitary specifically for for particular disease, some virus resistance they are demanding, which we are not getting up to mark in our country. It is a problem what we are facing towards the government also, and towards many clients also. They are very specific towards the virus and this is particular specific diseases. So next one is our business capacity. We are engaged in quality seed production at different locations of the country, and we have our online at 3 locations. So let me clear it out first. See, OP production, open pollinated seed production, you can do anywhere at any country, at any land. But if you are going to be for this hybrid specific production, then it is mainly nowadays common in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Gujarat, Chhattisgarh, Haryana. These are the main states where this hybrid seed production activity is common and prominent. But OP you can do anywhere. So we are also doing just this head office register is in Uttar Pradesh, and my home is also Uttar Pradesh, and my business startup is from the Uttar Pradesh only. So we are doing our OP seeds production nearby these areas only, nearby this Uttarakhand belt and UP belt. But for hybrid, we are approaching to this Maharashtra, Karnataka, Gujarat, and Chhattisgarh, where we are mainly doing the business. So next one, we have experienced team in seed production and separately for the quality experience assurance, because the people outside country are very specific towards the quality, and towards this physical purity and genetic purity and germination percentage and all. We have the standards in our country that from the government side they have given the standard that 95% genetic purity should be there if you want to launch any product in the market, and 85 to 80 to 85% this germination percentage should be there. Should be there. Then you are eligible to sell the products in India. It is the conditions of India, but when we go outside the India, means in European the standards are very much typical, but in Asian countries the standards are little bit relaxation. But as compared to India, their standards are also very typical. They are demanding, sometimes they are demanding 98% of genetic purity, 90% of germination. So this vary according to the situations to the situation and countries to the country. What their phytosanitary department they are demanding when your material arrives there. So we have the experienced team in the seed production and quality assurance. Then we have the capacity to, as I already introduced you, that we are only 1 year previous. We have started the business last year only. So we have a capacity to produce 5 to 7 metric ton of Solanaceae and cucurbits crop. And in future, we are planning to go with 10 to 15 ton. So with this Solanaceae and cucurbits. We have in-house seedling raise facility at all locations, and we are doing all the production under net house, or you can say under cage structure, with all the facilities of this nursery raisings and mulching and everything. You can show, I can show you in later pictures. We have in-house wet seed treatment facility. So these are the business capabilities from our side, what we are doing at now. So second one, you can see the quality seed production. The first one is a picture of recently, last week I was in Maharashtra. Our seed production is going on there in hybrid with this hot pepper. Chili production is going on nowadays. So these two pictures denote the same only. This first one is having this net house structure of having this hybrid. We are producing hybrid chilies, preparing hybrid chili seeds there in Maharashtra. So that is a cage structure or net house, or you can say the poly house structure, and mulching is there, and on that plants are there. So these are the techniques what we are following there, and this we are doing on our land also there, and we are doing the contract farming with the farmers also there. So both the things are there. Now, what is the, as I already told you, this slide shows that Indian seed production locations. The Indian map is there. As I already told you that the major hybrid seed production locations are Maharashtra, Karnataka, Gujarat, Chhattisgarh, and Haryana. Here the people are nowadays doing many crops, hybrid seed production, and many companies are doing their own business in these locations of hybrid only, making hybrid or preparing F1. But as I told you earlier, in this open pollinated seed for OP varieties, you can do production anywhere according to your acceptance of the land or according to your availability of the climatic conditions. So what should be the basic requirement if you are doing a clean and sanitized the seed production? What are the basic requirements we need? First, we need, what is the basic is? The basic is there, we need first a disease-free uniform nursery. If you are preparing any net house or any cage house for seed production, or any crop you are preparing, you want to get the seed from there, then it starts from the nursery. So your nursery should be in a uniform stage. If you are when you are going to transplant it to the main field, then it should be in a uniform stage, so that it will be benefited to you in the last also, and in increasing the yield also. Second one is what? Second one is the proper cage and net house installation. If your installation net house is good, then you can fight with the severe climatic conditions also. If wind is, sometimes winds is strong, then no. If your net house installation is good, then there is no damage. If winds are strong and your net house installation is not good or poor, then it will get damage. So it is a main basic requirements, your proper cage or net house installation. Third one is the sanitation system. What is sanitation system? Sanitation system is that while entering to the net or entering to the poly house, your hand should get sanitized, your foot get sanitized, and you have to wear an apron while entering into the net. We will see all this in a future coming presentations. I have given the all pictures and all. And the second, the previous one stage is what? Correct pruning and staking. So correct pruning and staking means when you are planting, your plants grows up, it needs pruning and staking. It needs a support to stand and pruning to get the uniform structure or uniform canopy, we can say. And another one is proper time pollination. After your plants comes in a proper canopy in a proper stage, then the pollination is coming. What is a pollination? Pollination is a cross between male and female. So the pollen which we get from the female, from the male, that we have to attach with to the female to get to make the seed hybrid. So this is the pollination. After that, what the when your fruits comes out, then proper drying and cleaning is there, and finally we need a safe packing if we want to export or if we want to give it to the logistic. Because in logistic and export cargoes, this is a main factor that you have to do very safe packing so that your material will reach safely to your clients. What is the other one for security and disease control? What we do? See, the countries, those who are giving you the seed productions outside countries from India, they are very specific with their germplasm, with their parent material, and with their everything. They say if we are giving you a parent material and you are doing the seed business at your country, then you have to be take care of our parent material and germplasm. It should not be get out, or it should not get to any other hands also. They are very specific. Nowadays there some companies are doing, they are giving the female to us and they are supplying the male with the technique of this cryopreservation. In what is cryopreservation? Cryopreservation is that technique in which means the pollen, what the male pollen they kept in a liquid nitrogen, and liquid nitrogen helps them to transfer from one place to another. With the that liquid nitrogen is having the temperature of minus 196, that so that in that conditions the pollen remain viable, and you can set that pollen to one location to another, and there is no need to means cultivate it separately for this for male and all. This is possible only in Solanaceae, but we are trying in cucurbits also. Cucurbits it is not possible because in cucurbits their pollen is wet and we can't store. We can store, but it is typical to store. Their storage conditions are something different. So next is that they need the wet seed treatment facility, checking of using clean water. Huh? The clean water is the main thing. They everything demand, they demand the TA, this the water should be having the clean and proper. They're not acidic also and not alkaline also. The basic they require. And what is this crop rotations we need? If we are doing one crop in one season, then other rotations is needed. Then the soil will remain fertile. Next thing is soil sterilization or substrate. Yeah, substrate we can say nowadays many companies or many foreign clients are looking towards the substrate production. What is substrate production? Substrate production is that you have poly-like bags, and in that you have to fill this cocoa pits and all. And after filling that, you have to grow the plant in that. So there will be a very less chance of having the virus transmission or any disease transmission. So it is good at point of view for that. Now, what is the basic requirement for export if you are dealing in this business? So, what will be your basic requirements in export? Exports means you have to deliver your best product to the other countries. Then only they are seeking towards you. Otherwise, many companies are doing the business. Many people are engaged in this business. If you are not delivering them the best thing, then they will leave you and go to the another one. So requirement for export for doing the good business is the quality, quantity, security, and consistency. Quality, what we have said, that they all have their standards, they all have their key roles, and quantity, whatever they are demanding, we have to deliver the same only. If you are demanding sometimes short, then also they will get distract from you. If you are sometimes delivering them the excess, then they also get distract from you. So quality and quantity is the two issues which you are very specific to that if you are doing the export business with the other clients. And third one is the security. Security, I already told you that people are very specific related to their germplasm and their genetic material, parent material. So if they are providing you the parent material or germplasm, then you have to be very specific regarding to the security of their germplasm. If they are giving you the variety and that variety is also having with the some other, it means that the theft is there. So they are very consistent to that also. And consistency means they need the proper channel, means this year they are giving this consistency proper flow they are demanding in the export. So these all are the things which we have to take care in the requirement of export if we are exporting the seeds. And what are the challenges we are facing in seeds? Grower tendency. Actually, grower tendency is what some growers are means they used to take it. This we can talk in contract farming. Grower tendency is what? Grower tendency sometimes they are very unspecific towards the variety. They take very less that if sir we will give you the 90% genetic purity, then what will be the problem and what will be the changes? Then we say that if you will give us 90% your this lot will get reject, and they all are having this markers test. They all other companies, those who are sitting outside the India, and we are also doing this marker test for the genetic purity. And with the marketers, you can easily available your result within 3 to 4 days. Or some companies are going with this GOT, grow out test. Grow out test will take more days, at least 3 4 months it take to release the results of whatever production you have done. Next one, the non-technical organizers. Non-technical organizers is simply we can say it is a middleman between a company and a farmer. Every when you are new in this business and when you are approaching towards any area to give you a seed production, then you of course need a middleman. So they should be technical. If you are selecting non-technical organizers, then they will give you loss also, and that is not correct with this policy of seed production and all. And third challenges is, as I discussed earlier, new disease requirement. European nations and USA, they are demanding specific phytosanitary certificates for particular disease and viruses. So we should also prepare for these upcoming challenges, and our government should also prepare for these challenges. These are the challenges which we are facing today also, but some developed nation or other countries, they are seeking particularly these things. If what they are demanding that if we are importing any seeds from India, then their government systems would be that much specific that they have proper phytosanitary report, proper all the documents and all the logistic supports, that they will deliver us a faith and a good material. So this is the main challenges in seed production and all. And this now we will start with our pictures of seed production and all. First picture shows you the nursery, and second picture shows you that this is a tomato seed production plot. So this is common for all, and I have shown earlier also. One is nursery and second one is this tomato seed production. Third one is this is the field sanitization, we can say, hygiene and disinfection. This in first picture you can say this is an apron, and the tray which is given, this is for dipping the shoes so that no disinfectant will enter into the net or poly house. And this third one is having this bucket, it is having the sanitizer, you have to wash your hand there. And you can say see this picture, all people are wearing apron, all the labor or the people those who are working inside the net, they should be first sanitize themselves, and then they have to enter, and then they have to start crossing and all. What is this? This is auto fertigation, we can say. Auto fertigation is a system of the drip, we can say. It means how much quantity of water the plant need, how much quantity of the fertilizer the plant need. We have that in first picture shows that we have different tanks, particularly for these different fertilizers. And second picture you show the netofilm drum, and with this cylinder is there. And third one you can say the picture with the automation, it is used for the setting the limits of water, setting the limits of fertilizers, and setting the drop, the flow of water and the drop. So this is the full structure of the water that runs into the net or poly house while doing the seed production or while growing any plants of the vegetable crop. Second one is the another one is the seed extraction. What is seed extraction? When your crop get ready, then you have to extract the seed from them. So first picture shows that they are simply putting the fruit in that machine, and that machine is making the seed separate and making the pulp separate. So these are the different three types of machine which we are using in the extraction of the seeds. And this is a picture mainly from Karnataka and Maharashtra, where we are doing the business of this hybrid seed production. Now the second one is post harvest operations and mechanization. what is post harvest operation? After means getting your seed from the machine, after getting the pulp separate and your seed separate, then it is needs natural drying, or you can say sun drying is there. So we can the pictures you can say see having the sun drying and all, and there is a this machine is having of grading and all, and gravitational separators and all, and finally we get the seed in a pure form here. Last one. So these two pictures denotes that the first one, this is a paper field. Paper means chili production. Papers are of two type. One is the sweet pepper and another is a hot pepper. Sweet pepper शिमला मिर्च जिसको बोलते हैं, और second one is hot pepper. तो उसको मिर्च बोलते हैं सिंपल में. तो पहला वाला picture, first picture is of sweet pepper and second picture is of hot pepper. Hot pepper, you can see this labor is working. This labor is working with this in crossing and pollination time. While crossing with the male, and they have their uh, wearing this own clothes and all, apron and all. This picture, what is this? You can see the pollinated seed inside the capsicum. This seed is particularly we are doing the business on these seeds. So this is a fruit after getting pollinated, and what we get this type of seed from there. This you can see it is a substrate production which are now common for the European countries also, and many countries are demanding that we need this substrate production. They are highly specific towards the disease and viruses, so they are demanding that we need substrate production. Substrate production, I already told you, the poly bag is there, and inside that substrate is there, and substrate we can do the planting. So we can say totally soil-less culture is there. You can't see the mud also, you can't see. Oh, every area is covered and proper pot to pot is put, and then the production is going on. So this one is the watermelon open field production. It is a seed production and it is a watermelon field, you can say. And we watermelon we can do outside the poly house also, no worries. And it is a good crop for the environmental factors also. It can resist in the some harsh climate also. Now the last one and the third content of my slide is export import seed business, which I have given the main focus on this. So what is export import seed business? I will introduce about this in my next slide. What is export import seed business? The export import seed business, I will be focusing on the potentials, emerging focus and areas of agricultural export and agri export constraints. We will focus on the areas where the agriculture exports are nowadays in common. Okay, and secondly, we will also focus on the area seed export potential, where we are today and where we can go in future also. So these are two the main factors where we will be discussed in upcoming slides. So first of all, understanding the basics. What is import and what is export? So definition of import export license is in front of you. What is import? What is export? Export is a license that give the permission or require the business, the companies, in order to deliver your material to the other nation, or in order to deliver your good internationally. You need to have an export license on the name of your firm or on the name of your registration, whether you are a proprietorship you are having or you are having the private limited firm. And same way it is a second one is having import business. Import license means if you are applying for this license, you will get both the license together, that we call IEC code also, import export code. So import export code is a specific number they are giving to you, the foreign trade policy. They are giving you that denotes you are having the basic this import export code. So in India, import-export is governed by the Foreign Trade Development and Regulation Act of 1992 and Export-Import Exempt Policy. So through the DGFT is there in India, which is engaged in export-import category. So they are having the export-import policy, which we call EXIM, and 1992 it was made. So next one is what importance of seed technology and practices in improving agriculture production and export linkage. What is there? Production is there, an area and productivity. What is there in productivity? We have improved seed, plant nutrition, irrigation, agronomic practices. And in that, technology research critical to constantly improve seeds. We have fertilizer penetration high, but scope to improve balance of fertilizers type. Well irrigation of use canals, investment intensive. Then training can play a crucial role, mechanization may be necessary. What is there in these agronomical practices? Then it is towards the holistic action, export and import, integrated management is there in that term, and improved agronomic economy is there. We all know that our Indian economy is an agrarian economy, and majorly 60% of the population are engaged in this. And you can say that our mainly this GDP of our country is also depend on this agriculture only. You can say everything in the GDP is in minus now, but in agriculture it is got some. We got somewhat relief from this sector, that at least we have in upper scale in agriculture system. So the seed export import seed business, the potential emerging focus and area of agriculture export scenario of India. You can say currently the export is US dollar 178.7 billion is there nowadays, and target of the current year is आने वाले समय में उसको 200 बिलियन तक लेके जाना है, और वो धीरे धीरे एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर से बढ़ता ही जा रहा है, and hopefully we will be reaching this very shortly. और जो शेयर इन द वर्ल्ड एक्सपोर्ट इसका कितना 1.5% है, एंड रैंकिंग इन द वर्ल्ड एक्सपोर्ट इज इंडिया इज 26. एक्सपोर्ट एज जीडीपी 20% है, एम्प्लॉयमेंट इन एक्सपोर्ट 175 मिलियन, एक्सपोर्ट टारगेट्स फॉर 2020 जो कि ऑलमोस्ट इससे भी ऊपर हो गया, 5% ऑफ द वर्ल्ड ट्रेड. नाउ द कंपोजिशन ऑफ ट्रेड एंड कमोडिटी, कितना कितना शेयर किस चीज का है व्हाइल वी आर एक्सपोर्टिंग द गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज. सो एग्रीकल्चर एंड अलाइड प्रोडक्ट्स का जो है टोटल शेयर 7.07 है, मैरीन प्रोडक्ट्स का 1.17% है, और इस and 7 minerals 4.88 है, leather and manufacture का 1.88% है, gems and jewelry 16.23 है, chemical 13.164 है, engineering goods का 18.31 है, electronics का 3.16% है, textile carpets handicrafts 11.2 है, cotton raw and waste 1.15% है, petroleum products 15.75% है, और remaining other having 4.8%. So this is a very nice composition of trade and commodity percentage share in terms of export. And in agriculture, we are very much improved and very much in a better conditions when we go with the term of export. Next one is the what were the products and what is the potential we are getting and what products we are exporting to the other nations. So rice, wheats, condiment, spices, cashew, tea, coffee, custard, jute, vegetable, fruits, onion, mango, grapes, banana, tomato, lychee, potato. So we are very commonly and we are very on a large scale, we are very exporting this to the other nations. And on the other hand, it is a European 21.56, Africa 5.77, America 15, Asia and Asian 53.94, CIS Baltic 0.94, and other countries 2.74. It is a simple data which give you the exporting countries data and our products what we are getting export to the other nations. So all these things deliver the same. Now it is data which I got from this APIDA. It is a poor, means very old data. What is APIDA? APIDA is the agency of agriculture product जो export development authority है. तो आपको APIDA है एक ऐसी agency that permits you to whether if you want to export fruits to outside the country or vegetable outside the country, then the license of APIDA is necessary with your farm or your this proprietorship, anything whatever you think. So APIDA is the agency, authority of India, which is dealing with this export. तो floriculture quantity में था आपका ये metric ton था 22,485.21 जिसका value 45,590.62 in lakhs. तो ये हमारा 2013-14 का डाटा है which was exported and given by this APIDA. So floriculture and vegetable seeds, you can see this what we have done, and fresh onion, so maximum data is there. What we have delivered the quantity to the other nations. Then we can see cucumber, gherkins, dried preservatives, mango pulp, other processed fruits and vegetable and pulses. All data is there, 13-14, which APIDA has given. Now major commodities and the importing countries scenario of HSP. Products are there, fruits and vegetable seeds. Major market कहाँ पे है इसका? Actually Pakistan, Bangladesh, USA, Japan, and Netherlands. Nowadays, the business with Pakistan has already stopped. So we are not having the interactions with Pakistan also. But that nation demands very high in seeds and all. Their major, previously their major business deals with India only, and nowadays they are dealing this all business with Thailand and from Bangladesh and from other countries, because in India we are not having the proper condition to do business with this Pakistan. And the second one is fresh onion. We are giving to Bangladesh, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, UAE, Pakistan, Nepal. Pakistan, you can see the name everywhere. Floriculture, USA, Japan, UK, Netherlands, Germany. Other fresh vegetable, UAE, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal, and Sri Lanka. Walnuts, Spain, Egypt, Germany, UK, Netherlands. Fresh mangoes, UAE, Bangladesh, UK, Saudi Arabia, and Nepal. Fresh grapes, Netherlands, UK, UAE, Bangladesh, Belgium. Other fresh fruits, Bangladesh, UAE, Netherlands, Nepal, Saudi Arabia. Dried and preserved fruits, USA, vegetables and food, USA, France, USA, Germany, and Spain. Mango pulp, Saudi Arabia, Netherlands, UAE, Yemen, Arab Republic, and Kuwait. Pickles and chutneys, Russia, USA, Belgium, Netherlands, and France. Other processed foods, USA, Netherlands is there, and groundnut, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, UK, and Singapore. So, what is the constraints in this agri export? What are the factors what the farmers is facing and what major company employees are facing? Low productivity due to the inappropriate cultivation practices and improper harvest method. So actually in our country the problem is that the labor is not that much technical or that much specific, so we are facing this factor. So this affects our international competitiveness. As I already discussed earlier, that people outside the country are very much specific about the quality, what standards we are following, what machines we are using, and what are the things we are doing in the whole production scenario. So they are very specific to that. And the second constant, inadequate infrastructure. They are the foreign people are very specific to the infrastructure also. What type of poly houses you are having, what quality of material you are using in constructing the poly houses. And third one is too many middlemen in the procurement chain. Yeah, they are not liking this thing. If you are having middlemen in your procurement chain, then they are simply denying that it's better we can do the business by own. If you are middlemen, actually their tendency is good also. Foreign countries, they are not liking any middlemen in the procurement chain. They want the simply party and the first party and the second party only. No middleman they want. Then lack of contract farmer practices. What is the contract farming practice? As I told you, the farmer is ready to give you the 80% genetic purity seed, 90%. But if your standard is 98, then you have to be very specific to reach that 98 standard quality seed. So that is the main. And the next one is quality problems due to poor post-harvest management and inadequacy of domestic quality standard. ये एक मेजर दिक्कत है, अपने देश में inadequacy है domestic quality standards में. हमारे यहाँ सब चल जाता है, बट यहाँ हमारे यहाँ के बाहर नहीं चलता है वो चीजें. और अगर एक बार नाम खराब हुआ आपका, then they will you will going to lose your license also, and you will going to get your name in blacklisted also. So you have to take care of that also. Not able to meet stand SPS codex requirement for the developed countries. ये एक मेजर फैक्टर है कि हम कहीं कहीं पे नहीं मिल पाते हैं कोडेक्स के फैक्टर से, उनके मिनिमम डिमांड्स को हम नहीं रीच कर पाते हैं. और द लास्ट वन इज नो क्लियर फोकस ऑन एक्सपोर्ट ड्यू टू वास्ट डोमेस्टिक मार्केट विद लो स्टैंडर्ड क्वालिटी. और ये एक सच्चाई भी है कि हमारे देश में हर चीज एक्सेप्टेड है, उसका कोई मानक नहीं है. तो ये एक मेजर एक्सपोर्ट का कांस्टेंट है. एक्सपोर्ट के लिए आपको अच्छा करना पड़ेगा, अच्छा जाना पड़ेगा, और बट इंडियन मार्केट में आप बेच सकते हैं, उसके लिए कोई इशू नहीं है. नाउ द लास्ट वन इज गैप बिटवीन फार्मर एंड एक्सपोर्टर. दिस इज द गैप. फार्मर एंड एक्सपोर्टर के बीच में क्या गैप है? इनपुट्स का, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का, स्टोरेज, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, टेक्नोलॉजी, फाइनेंस, क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस एंड ट्रेनिंग. So this all is the gap between farmer and exporter. That is why the farmer is not directly exporting to the exporter. These are the major gaps between them. And of course, this is the surety that in upcoming 2 to 4 years or 3 years, the export business is going to be double, because every country, whether it is Asian or European, they are all looking towards India. The conditions what is in India and the labor cost and everything in India is very cheap. So all the nations are looking towards India only, and they are approaching to clients also in India to get their seed production business and all. This year we got some effect due to this corona also. The parent material has didn't arrive here, so that effect वो तो सभी के साथ हुआ है सर. So this is our main data. Seed export may double in next 2 to 3 years. And ये क्या है, Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development एक एजेंसी है जिसमें ग्रुप्स बने हुए हैं कंपनियों के, और ये 34 कंट्रीज में काम करता है. तो इसके थ्रू बहुत सारे प्रोग्राम्स भी आते हैं, और ये यहाँ वैरायटी वगैरह सब रजिस्टर्ड होके काम होता है आगे. सो दीज आर द थिंग्स फ्रॉम द OECD साइड. And now the last one is the conclusion and future growth. So over the last decade, global seed industry has tripled in size of reaching the US 45 billion estimated to grow, and 92 billion के अभी क्रॉस हो चुका है 2020 में. USA, France, China, Brazil, India are the top market, contributing 66% of the total global market together. ये देश हैं जिन्होंने टोटल ग्लोबल मार्केट का 66% मार्केट में दिया है. Corn, soybean, vegetables accounts for the more 75% of the total global seed. ये मेन चीजें हैं जो वेजिटेबल्स, सोयाबीन एंड कॉर्न में जा रहा है. Major export growth come from hybrid corn, soybean and vegetables. Next one, Europe and North America leads the export market, with Asia and picking up the exponential growth rate on. Africa is just entering into the trade business. Now, Africa is also a good name nowadays, and many countries approaching to Africa also, because in Africa some world organization have also taken the responsibilities to give them the food, and it is very much lacking behind in terms of this seed production and food production and fodder and all. So main the world organizations are there, they are mainly focusing towards Africa. So Asia Pacific region is projectable to fast growing market, with India, China leading the region. So the last one is thank you very much. Hope you like my contents of the slides. And these are the two pictures of the pollinated hot pepper. And there I'm checking the quality, whether it is a cross fruit or not. And you are looking the thread also. The thread is the indicator that this fruit is got pollinated or get crossed with the male. So thank you very much, sir. This is from my side.
Thank you. Very nice presentation. You have conclude all the export and import, all crops, which crop is which country is require, and all data you have presented. Thank you, Nitin.
Yes, sir. I tried myself everything so
Yeah,
that the students also get something from
and
there.
no any question. One question came from Rajasthan, Dr. Umesh Singh, professor agronomy. They told, what is the potential of exporting seed spices?
Spices.
Spices. Seed.
Actually, according to me, spices is having the more future than the seed nowadays. But the policy in terms of spices are very much typical in India. If you are want to do the business of spices, whether it is of export or import, ठीक है. हमारा क्या है सर, बाहर के देशों में हमें बहुत चीजें सस्ती मिल जाती हैं स्पाइसेस में, बट गवर्नमेंट ने उस पे एक्साइज ड्यूटी इतना लगाया हुआ है कि वो ऑलरेडी हम अगर बाहर से सस्ता उठाएंगे या यहाँ से सस्ता बेचेंगे, देन इन बिटवीन देयर इज एन एक्साइज ड्यूटी. तो एक्साइज ड्यूटी ऑटोमेटिकली वो उस चीज को लेवल कर देती है कि कॉस्ट आपको ज्यादा वेरी नहीं करेगी. मतलब आप उसमें जितना ज्यादा मार्जिन भी नहीं ले पाएंगे और इतना ज्यादा कमा भी नहीं पाएंगे. लेकिन spices future is very good in upcoming days as regarding to the seed.
Very nice, thank you. Because seed spices only grown in Rajasthan and that Gujarat area, na?
Rajasthan, Gujarat also, and some part of South India also.
South India also.
Yeah.
So that is the good future. So thank you for giving good lecture, and for youngster or UG student, that is also good, because most of the rate of this that is very high in export. When we
rate of
in
high.
India, that is very less. So
actually, sir, see, the people of outside country, they are not worry about the money and prices and all. They need the specific quantity, specific quality. Their standards, money is secondary for them.
Yeah.
First, they are fighting with this quality and all. And it is benefited for you. अगर आप कहीं क्वालिटी में फंस जाते हैं तो और आपका लाइसेंस भी जब्त है और आपका ब्लैक लिस्टेड भी होना तय है. ये चीजें एक्सपोर्ट के बिजनेस में थोड़ा सा आती हैं.
So your future also in this Northeast India also your future, because here most of the organic crops are
Actually,
grown.
sir, the constraint with the seed production क्या है, ये एक लिमिटेड एरिया में ही है, क्योंकि जहां आपको
Hmm.
लेबर टेक्निकल मिलेगी तो वहीं आप कर सकते हैं. अब क्या है, महाराष्ट्र, कर्नाटका, that is a means 30-40 year old location,
Hmm.
and the people are there means whether it is a farmer or whether it is a labor, they are very much technical and very much specific towards the this crossing and all. तो उन्होंने सब चीजें सीखी हैं, सब चीजें जानी है, तो
Yeah,
वो
yeah.
कर सकते हैं. और अगर हम अपने यहाँ स्टार्ट करते हैं हाइब्रिड, तो अपने
Hmm.
यहाँ तो मेरे को लगता है 2 साल 3 साल तो लेबर को सिखाने में लग जाएंगे, उससे ज्यादा डैमेज हो जाएगा, इतना आदमी कमा भी नहीं पाएगा.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that is the main factor why we are approaching towards the old and traditional locations for this
Yeah.
hybrid seed production.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So next lecture by Dr. Bhaskar Rao, that is from UAE, but maybe not there. Dr. Bhaskar Rao is there. Maybe not there. So we will take tomorrow 11 o'clock this lecture. Bhaskar Rao lecture on career opportunity for agriculture graduate in abroad. Because maybe some network problem is there in country. So thank you to all. Today, two lecture
ठीक है,
is
thank you sir,
completed.
thank you
Thank
very
you to all.
much.
Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Then today's session is complete, technical session. Then tomorrow we will again assemble 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. to all participants. Thank you.
श्रवण जी
Yeah.
श्रवण जी
Hmm.
एक मिनट.
Hmm.
मिस्टर नितिन चौधरी जी, मैं आपका स्लाइड सेट ले सकता हूँ क्या? क्लासरूम में काम आएगा.
Actually sir, I have already given to Dr. Sarwan
That is
sir,
available,
the
sir.
Okay,
PDF
then
I already shared with him.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
That
you
is
sir,
available,
I
sir.
need your permission to use it.
of course I already shared with Dr. Sarwan sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for giving me.
Thank you sir,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you to all. Okay. Sagar Sari.